Good day. I was hoping to take a couple of minutes to explain a few things on Vizable so you can better utilize this tool to help run your business. I think the most important part is if you look in the top right corner, you'll see an arrow pointing to the left. Just know that if anytime you make an error or don't like the move you made, just hit that arrow and it'll take you back to one step before. If you hit it twice, it'll take you 2 steps back, and so on and so on. You can go back about as many as you want, I think. Once you go back, the other arrow comes forward, and it will allow you to move forward if you need to. So those 2 arrows are what I call the most important. They're in the top right-hand corner. The first thing we're going to do is just sort these by worst to first by region. And I'm going to do that with the power 110, the 110 column. In the purple numbers, any of those numbers, I'm just going to lightly put my finger there and pull it down. And you'll see that the arrow on the triangle is top to bottom. I'm going to pull it just a little bit further so I got an arrow, the triangle pointing up. When I let go, I take my finger off the purple numbers and let it go. It sorts them from bottom to top. Southeast Division happens to be up there, and then it goes West Florida, and the lowest branch by 110 happens to be first. And it happens to be by alphabetical order on the left side, West Florida, South Florida, and so on. If you just lightly just touch up through there, it'll go through all the regions. Let me go back, and on that same column, 110, to get highest to lowest, I'm going to press my finger lightly on the purple numbers underneath 110, pull it down until I get the triangle to go down, and there I go. I'm top to bottom, 130 being North Raleigh in that region. Now, if I want to get rid of the regions, I'm going to try to walk you through this real easy, but you put your 2 fingers, I use my first finger and my thumb underneath North Carolina region, and I'll pinch toward them top to bottom. My fingers toward them top to bottom. And when I do that, magically all the regions go away, and now I just got the branches out there. I want to do one more thing. I want to hit the arrow to the top on the top right and just show you what happens if I want to get the regions back in there. I click the arrow to the left one time, and there the regions are back in there. But I want to go back now to where just the branches are there and not have to pinch. All I do is hit the arrow to the right and click it, and it'll take me back to where just the branches are. The reason I want to show you the branches is if you can want to look at all the division, I pulled it down now to show you worst to first on the power 110. I just simply put my finger underneath 110 on one of the numbers, pulled it down, got the triangle pointing down, and in this case, I think it was down, but we'll go back and see in just a little bit. And it shows the worst branches in the whole division sorted all the way up. And you'll notice that all the branches keep their numbers across the top. Employee retention, customer retention, rule of 23, and the safety components. If I go back to 110, I place my finger on one of the purple numbers below it and pull it down lightly. If I pull it down a little bit further, I'll get the triangle pointing down, top to bottom. There we go. That'll be the top branch in the division, and so on, all the way down through it. And you'll see how many branches we got that are above 110 as I scroll down. And all the way down to North Florida region is at 110. North Carolina region at 109. Fayetteville, North Carolina, 109. Winter Haven, 109. So we have a bunch above our 110 threshold, and we only have a few nowadays below it. So great job, everybody. The next thing I want to do is just show you the same thing happens. We're going to do the same exact thing except on employee retention. I'm going to pull it down top to bottom. There's the worst branches in the division, at least with their employee retention this year: Wilmington, Brunswick, Key West. I'm going to do the same thing, but pull it down far enough so the triangle points down. Let it go, and there you go. Our top 2 are Ocala and Alpharetta. And you can do that all the way across. And if you really want to see how your branches are doing relative to like 110. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to go back to 110, pull it down, and I got worst to first. And let's just use Miami as an example, only because they're listed there. But where are their problems at? Well, it's really easy to look at. The rule of 23 and their safety stand out. Customer retention is not terrible, not good, but that's not driving them as much as the rule of 23 and their safety performance. If you go on down a little bit further, you look how good the safety performance is on Wilmington, North Carolina. Look what's driving them. The first three components: employee retention, customer retention, and rule of 23. So now you got a point of how that works. And the only other thing I want to show you on this hint is on the bottom right corner, you see 4 arrows pointing toward each other. I'm going to click that with my finger. I'm just going to touch it with my finger. And what happens is you get, add a filter. This excludes Savannah and Georgia. We don't want to do that. So we're going to include all of them. So what I did, let me just close that again. It says exclude Savannah and Conyers. So I see that there's an error there. I just hit the filter, the plus sign. I click branch, and here I want to hit include all. Boom. I clicked include all, and now guess what happens? All the branches are there. So let's just see where those 2 branches are. Conyers was in there, so there's Conyers in there now. So I somehow clicked that out, but Conyers is there. The next thing I want to do is on this filter, I want to hit it again, and I want to hit region. And this is useful in case you want to just do your region. Let's just say I'm the manager of Georgia region. I'm going to hit exclude all. That takes them all out. And then I'm going to click Georgia region one time. And then there are my branches by Georgia. And if I want to sort 110 by that, I got lowest to highest, and I can see what my problems are and where my branch that I need to work on. But I want to look at all of them, keep all the regions in there. So I'm going to go back and hit include all. Guess what? All the regions are back in there. Now, the only other trick I want to show you is hit the arrows again. This time the arrows in the bottom right are pointing out. Click it. It points in. And what I want to do here is go back over to where branch is, and I want you to put your forefinger and your thumb together right beside a branch, but slide them out. So it creates, if you pinch left to right, now it gives you what it says, the division. I'm going to click division and change that. When I click division, notice it turns blue. And when I click division, I'm going to change it to region. And then I want to put region over to the left of branch where it can sort it by region. So I click on region with my finger. You'll see the blue arrow pointing down on region. Then I can hold my finger on the screen and just move it to the left. Voila, there we go, back to where we were. I'm going to hit the X on the change filter field. And all of a sudden now I got everything back in place. I hope that helps. Let me know how else I can help you, but at least play with that when you get a chance and see how your report looks better for you. I'll give you some more tips if you need them. Thanks.